Where should I be standing?
Right here.
You want to sit down?
Yeah, the only thing is that because I'll be doing the presentation mainly from the website, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right. Cool. That's good. All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for attending this little co-marketing and meeting. Basically, the idea of my presentation is just to showcase and to highlight some of the marketing materials that we at Diamond Residential we offer to real estate agents and as our partners, right? So today we do have a lot of tools, but today I want to use a tool from our from the company. It's called MBS Highway. MBS Highway was founded by Barry Habib, who's actually a very well-known a mortgage expert in the mortgage expert. I mean, he's well-known in the mortgage industry, and so the company, I guess, pays big money to subscribe to the service and to their marketing materials. So today, that's what I would like to do, to share with you some of the tools we could use along with you, to co-brand the, to use the material as co-branded material for marketing, for farming, and for social media, purposes. So that, I'm gonna go through like examples, how we could generate the material for you guys. And I think that's the best way to show everybody how maybe the materials could be beneficial to you. So let me go to the screen. And so this is their main, basically their main like web page. And we actually, besides using their marketing material, we also use their kind of live mortgage kind of update on rates and stuff like that. So they actually, we would subscribe to their alert. So every morning they would tell us, hey, the looks like the 10-year yield is going to go up or down. So when basically, generally speaking, the mortgage rates go along with the 10-year yield. So if the yield actually goes up that morning, or it's about to go up, then very likely lenders will adjust the rate higher. So that's, and when there is a chance that the rate could be adjusted higher, then they would alert us and tell us, hey, if you have any loan that needs to be locked, you should do that right away before the lenders adjust their their rates. So that's one of the one of the tools we use for our business. But today I would like to kind of share with you a couple of things that we could share with you guys in terms of marketing, stuff like that. One, I think today I want to go over a couple of things. So maybe one of the tools is called the buy versus rent tool. So this is, I guess, designed for maybe for your prospective customers who are renters and who are maybe not sure whether they should be going into should maybe start looking to buy a home or not. And so we could actually do an analysis for them and give them basically a comparison. If they purchase a home at a certain price with certain down payments, certain rate, closing costs, stuff like that, whether that would be actually more beneficial to continue to rent. So I created some example, and I want to go over a couple of examples with you. Here I'm going to load something. So I did like an open house with an agent from another company, and this was in Fountain Valley. I actually did 2 open houses with her the last 2 weekends, And so this is something I created for her. Actually, I used that at the open house. And let me just, okay. So what you're looking at right now is basically, right, the information regarding, let's say if you have a tenant who's currently renting around that area, right? I mean, this property is like a 4 bedrooms and 2.5 baths. And the asking price is actually, almost 1.3 million. But I'm gonna just do a comparison for you. So let's say if you have somebody living around that area as renters and they're paying about $27.50 per month, and then paying maybe renter insurance about $50 a month. This could be off, slightly, but I'm just putting a couple, numbers just as estimates. And annual increase rent, I mean, national average is about like 7.8, but I put 5%, just to be conservative. And then you look at, okay, what if they want to, actually, I apologize. This is like I use a different value. This is actually I use a different price for this one, not the 1.8 million. This is a different one. So this one is about the price is about 829,000, and I use 1.25 as property rate. I mean the property tax rate. And then insurance, I'll just estimate about $100 a month. Annual property tax increase maybe around like 2% per year. And this is like either if it's a condo, it has HOA. If it's not a condo, maybe you have repair expenses. So that's why I plug in about 150 per month. And finally, well, not finally, but also I put in the cost to sell. Let's say you keep the property here. I use 9 years. Let's say the cost to sell like 9 years from now is right. Your usual. We use the 5% commission. And then finally, I put down the loan amount. So here I put down, let me see, 20% down, right? The purchase price like 829 with 20% down. So the loan amount is about 632,000. $663,200. And term is about 30 years. Conventional loan fixed. I'm going to use like 5.75 as 30-year rate. And there's no mortgage insurance since they put 20% down. Closing costs, I put like 19,000. I mean, this should be, probably on the high end, but because the reason why I put 19,000, because I also put, 1 point as a closing cost, for like maybe buy down rates or something like that. So I'm going to put that number. And then once I finish with that, so I finally have the home ownership. So let's imagine the buyer is going to keep the property for 9 years. And then we also have, so this is a web portal, has information regarding, price appreciation and stuff like that. And they use like historical, price informations, or, based on your area, right? So since I put down the property here, I believe I put like Los Angeles here as the county where the property is located. And they actually would have a, here, their historical appreciation, they use like 5.75. And they actually forecast the appreciation, is going to be about 6.37 next year. But I actually, I use a custom appreciation. I use 5%, a little less. And here we also, just imagine this is like a married couple with a certain tax, rate range in terms of how much based on the income, stuff like that. So married, joint filing, and then that's what I'm using as their tax rate. So once I finish inputting all the informations, then the system would generate the little information charge for the customer to see, right? So currently, if they're paying like $2,750, right, per month, and then you have your renter insurance, stuff like that, and so this is how much they pay per basically per month, versus if they were to start like buying a home right here, like this is the P&I, principal interest, based on $663,200 at 5.75 rate. So that monthly P&I is this how much they pay, and property tax based on the 1.25 rate, and we also put like $150 as the monthly repair cost. So total each month, this is how much they pay if they were to buy a property now versus renting. So after 1 year, this is how, I'm sorry, actually after 9 years. So after 9 years, we project that, the system projects that this is how much they would pay, total, right, in terms of expenses, versus $369,277 after 9 years in rent, based on the, again, we use the rental amount and versus the average 5% rent increase every year. So after 9 years, there's a negative cash flow. That means they actually pay more in terms of expenses, right, housing expenses, if they were to own a property versus if they were to continue to rent. So actually they would pay more. That's why you have a negative number right here. But then we also show other information, right? So we also show them, okay, if you were to buy a property, you actually could have this benefit right here, price appreciation, based on, again, we use like a conservative number of 5% every year of price appreciation. And then you also have the benefit of amortization gain. That means if you start, making principal interest payment, the principal you pay toward your loan, actually, this is how much you gain in terms of the equity. And so here you have the again, just a little summary of what information we use right here. So after 9 years, obviously, if the appreciation, the forecasted appreciation, continues to be true after 9 years, this is how much the property, could be worth, almost 1.3 million, beginning with, right now, right? The purchase price is $829. So after 9 years, the potential, this is how much is, the value could be. That's why you have that gain right there. And again, and then also the again, this is the calculation we use right here, based on the way a married couple filing jointly a certain tax rate. So there's a tax benefit. Where's that tax benefits comes from? It comes from interest rate deductions, right? Because they pay interest toward their principal and interest, every year. So potentially after 9 years, they could accumulate, like 65,000 worth of interest deductions on the property on their tax returns. And this number, of course, is to show let's say 9 years from now, they decide to sell the property, at that point, we project the value is going to be about 1.3 and 5%. So they're going to pay about 64,000 in fees, right? Commission, right? So overall, after 9 years, potentially, this is how much they could gain. In terms of the benefit of buying versus renting. So here you have you have charts, you have colors, you have everything kind of lay out, nicely for them to understand. And I think, this is a pretty good tool, I guess, for you as real estate agents who, who might want to explain, right, the information to a renter, prospective buyers who still, wondering whether they should be buying or not. And so this is the information's actually, once we have created this this chart right here, we could share this with you. For example, I'll just show you how we, so here I could download this information right here as a PDF or as a JPEG, for sharing with on social media or wherever you want the information to be shared at. Here, right? So you could actually email this to your, hi, good morning.
Good morning.
So you could actually share the information by your email, or you could actually print out. We could help you print out the information if you like. We do have access to, a color printer. So if you need us to maybe help you print out, copies, and you could use the information for marketing, farming, whatever purposes you think it's best for you, we could actually help you print this out, or you could email this directly to your, prospects. And the other thing is that, so we do have the ability also to, I mentioned co-branded, right? So earlier I did not put like an agent's information here, but here I do have, a couple of names. I actually, you might be some of the names here from your company. So I think I did couple of things with Catherine before, and Nanette, with Damas. So let's see here. I just put maybe Catherine information right here as a, and then I'll generate the PDF or the JPEG file. Yes.
How do you use it? I mean, like, where is it? The website?
So this website is our web, we have access to as loan officer, because the company actually subscribes to this company for us. Yes, for us. But actually, potentially, we could actually share that with you too, because they do charge. I believe they have certain fees to if you want to subscribe, you want to use the material, use these tools, you could actually use that too. I think they charge like about maybe $150 per month. So it depends on when you think it's useful specifically for yourself or not. But again, we could actually share the information with you also. Yes, Gus.
I have several questions.
Sure.
In this case, in this scenario that you use it in here,
Right.
Rough, you don't have to give me a specific.
Sure.
What is gonna be the income of this couple, because they're going from $2,700 to $5,000. That's a big jump.
So the rule of thumb is really income should be 2 times the expenses. So let's say expenses here, like you're looking more like 5,000 per month. I mean, actually including we actually don't include the repair stuff like that. But here you're looking at maybe, so it has to be 2 times the income should be 10,000 in order to buy this property per month.
So something maybe not related to this, but it's in the market. I hear now the sellers are paying for closing costs, helping the buyer. Is
Right.
that something that you've seen already now? Because the market changed.
I actually I did the open house for many years from Remax, right? And somebody actually make it turn in an offer, and the offer actually, that's what they requested, the
How much? 3%?
the closing cost. They basically just put, buyer pays closing costs.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, seller, I'm so sorry, seller, right? So I guess I have seen, like
But the
more.
maximum allowed is 2%.
Maximum actually is up to 6%. for seller contribution.
Seller?
Yeah, seller contributions up to
Oh,
6%,
I didn't
yeah.
know that. Wow.
Uh-huh, yep.
The next question is, I heard there's also down payment help from the government.
Right,
What is it and how do you apply for that? How much is it?
right. So that is actually a totally different like topic, but I just give you a quick summary. So actually we do offer that through the state of California. It's called like CalHFA, California Housing Finance Agency. And we also offer like down payment assistance through the Golden State Finance Agency, GSFA. They do, like, for example, CalHFA offers up to 10% down payment to cover down payment and closing costs. But they do have income and price restrictions. So it's a very, it requires really putting a perfect kind of package together, because, you know, sometimes if you have, your income is too high, in you cannot qualify for the loan. But I'll do a class for it, maybe sometime next week, you know, specifically on down payment assistance, if you want to find out. And then if you have any, maybe if you have any specific scenario, we could maybe talk to.
Not as specific, but people are trying to put as less money as they can.
Right, right.
And
So yeah, I mean, so down the 10% down payment assistance, or can cover the so that's the maximum offer by the state of California through the California Housing and Finance Agency.
so in other words, it's not easy to qualify for that.
It's not perfectly, you know, it doesn't apply to everybody. Yeah, let's say that.
Can
Yeah,
we combine that with the city assistance?
say that one more time.
Can we combine it with the city assistance program?
Usually not. Usually the city has its own. I know, like the city of Rosemead recently started offering like down payment assistance. They have been offering, but they stopped for a while and then they restarted again. And I think they're offering up to like 70,000 plus for down payment, I think. And but again, they do have income restrictions and also price restrictions. So again, it's, you kind of have to figure out where that buyer scenario is, you know, to kind of put a package to for them to yeah, for the loan. Mhm.
I know it's not the topic, but this is marketing, but
Sure.
it's a question since you're here. I'm
Sure.
picking your brain. The reason is because most of the people are listening to this on the news.
Right, exactly. I heard
And
exactly.
they
This
say,
one came
"They
like a
sit
couple
on
years.
the end." And
Yes.
They call you and say, hey, I want that program and I want it
Down payment
now.
assistance
So I
program.
can buy it. And
Right.
It depends on the city.
Yes.
It's like, we're gonna say here, Alhambra, they get $1 million and it's like a drop in the ocean. Like it's nothing.
Yeah,
In 2 seconds, it's gone.
it's gone. Yeah, exactly.
And LA, they get like a 10 million, it's the same thing.
Right.
It's one drop.
Yeah,
So by the time you try to apply.
exactly. Exactly. So it's not easy. They do have like a budget, right? Every city has a budget, so they only allocate a certain amount, maybe to a certain number of people only. And Alhambra, actually, before the COVID started, I actually checked with Alhambra on their program, and I spoke directly with the person in charge of that program, and she told me, oh, we have only one slot. Basically, they only could issue that down payment assistance to only one person. I mean, we're talking about 78,000 at that time, I think. So it's very limited, and it's not.
Alhambra is almost impossible.
No,
Right,
awesome.
right,
I did
right,
one.
exactly.
And
I
we
did
So
have
you have
to
those
buy
challenges for sure, yeah.
I did it.
But maybe there's other ways to help them, you know, to put together like a loan, so maybe.
Put over the table and do a meeting, your next one up on
Yes.
this, so that you can go more
Exactly.
in depth and help
Exactly.
people find assistance.
Yeah,
Because I think that would be beneficial to all of us and get the assistance meeting going so that we can see what we can do for our
Maybe
clients.
Right,
all the
right.
system kind of
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he can go over
Not
that.
just
Sure,
the
sure, yeah,
government, anything that's
Prepared.
possible.
Yeah, that would help a lot.
Absolutely. I'll
Okay.
do like, you know, maybe research into a couple of cities that offer that too, right?
Oh, we would love that.
Yeah, as far as I know right now, I know like La Puente may offers, Rosemead, Alhambra. I'm sure there are like a lot of other cities offers also. Yeah, we'll go over those and you know, maybe some at the next meeting. But so that's let me see. So I just show you that we actually, you know, can co-brand with you on the information, right? You send out the information to to your prospective, buyers, and it will show them, again, the information. I guess it's easy to understand the information with colors and charts and everything. The other thing is I want to, before I forget, is so let's say if you have somebody who don't want to meet me, in person, and so we actually have the ability to share the screen with them live. Okay. So this is how it works. Basically, I would put in their name and their email, and then I send them a link. And then once they receive the link, the emails, they just basically confirm, the information, and then we actually could go over the information live, one by one. I mean, them on their computer or on their phone with me, here, or on my phone. So I could actually go over the information with you, with them, explaining to them how it works, how to read the numbers, stuff like that. Yep.
Okay, so this is marketing. So
Yes.
I'm doing open house and people walk in and
Right.
then everybody has different income.
The scenario,
blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
So this is customized per person, or this is something that you do it like a general and then you just email, because
I
need an email, right, for them?
Right,
So they can
exactly.
send this?
Exactly. So basically, we just need to know their, their income, right? For example, everybody may pay different amount of rent, right?
They're not gonna give me an income right there.
Oh, well, that's what we are here for.
At an
So
open house?
yeah, invite me to your open house, and I'll be there with my computer and laptop, and I'll do that.
That's actually very.
That's what I've been doing like all these years.
I
Yeah.
know, but I don't think people are gonna tell my income as much.
Well, they're not gonna, it's not gonna be verifying. There's a difference between.
Right.
There's a difference between pre-approval and pre-qualifying.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
can say, I make, 100 grand a year and stuff. Based off what they're telling you, you can run a scenario and tell them if they qualify or not.
And so is that done live, like really quick at the open house where you pull it up and? you
Yeah,
show
so
them?
I mean, I can,
As long as they
I
have-
mean, all of us loan officer, should be able to, if they give us enough information, we should be able to give them like a, like, let them know how much they potentially they could qualify for. And whether they are able to afford to buy that property or not,
Mhm.
right?
You'll be
If-
surprised how many, I also come back from mortgage background, you'll be surprised how many neighbors
Yeah.
walk in and never knew that they could qualify or use their son's income as well.
Sure.
Or add a co-borrower and stuff, so it does open some opportunities, I'm not saying it's for sure deal,
Yeah.
but at least if you're gonna be there, you might as well get the full effect and the full opportunities of it and stuff. And if Ram is willing to do that, utilize it, it's only gonna make you look that much more professional and.
You have
ready.
not invited anybody to your open house?
I don't do it.
Oh, you don't open house, okay. Okay. But yeah, I've been going to open houses last 2 weeks in Fountain Valley.
You
That'd
want
be
me to
good.
blast that out, that you're readily available for open houses?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And right to, I think any of us would from our office would be more than happy to join you guys at the open houses. And we could, print out some basic scenario like this, right? Or specifically for that open house, I mean, for that property. So they could maybe be able to visualize, what's
Well,
maybe how,
the good thing here too is that by co-branding like us, your face and your name would be there.
Yeah, I know.
You also capture that client because, right, you also capture that client or prospect because you would say, okay, give me your email and I'm gonna send you this presentation to you. Everybody wants to see a presentation catered to their needs and their, situation and stuff. So right then there, you have a person that you can contact.
It's a security thing too. I mean, I hate to mention this as women, if we're alone, it's nice to have a second person with us.
Oh, yeah, that- if you
You know,
yeah,
and
yes.
sometimes you're in a big house and
Yeah.
you're alone and it's up and down, and so it kind of helps too, having the
Always
second
there at
person.
the core.
and to set up signs. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's great.
we do that all the time too. Yep. So, I mean, we're there. I mean, obviously, to be honest with you, I mean, a lot of times we don't get customer directly from the open house. But you know, with this, we're willing to do this for you guys because we want to be, you know, your long-term partners in this business. So that's what, you know, I know we have the tools to help you guys with marketing, stuff like that. Any more questions regarding that? I mean, if not, then I would just want to quickly go over another tools we have is the cost of waiting, right? I mean, let's say again, it's regarding the same renter who's still not, you know, willing to, or who's reluctant to buy. So we do have this cost of waiting kind of tools. Just to show them, I mean, what potentially they could miss out on if they were to wait.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Right. So again, this we did not make up the information here. I mean, it's based on forecasted, you know, like appreciations, and we put in all the actual cost, you know, estimate stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, so based in this example, right, we're looking at a property around 550, you know, low amount is 680. I think that should be 20% down. Right, 20% down, and then the rate is, you know, again, this is pretty close to current rate right now. So again, if the renter is not waiting, or the prospective buyer is still not willing to buy, I mean, potentially these are the things that, you know, the cost, the additional cost that they would have to, or how much more is it going to cost them if they were going to wait? You know, based on appreciation. I mean, let's say if we go with, right, I think this is like a 6 months appreciation based on a 4.87. Or let me see, I'm so sorry. Let me go back here. Based on the projected appreciation, let me see. I'm gonna add it. So the good thing about this is the website, again, this company, they actually they have a very, you know, very, you know, updated information on a daily basis regarding the mortgage, you know, kind of movements. And they also collect, I guess, you know, historical information on price appreciations, and so they're able to project, you know, forecast and project what potentially the prices could be, you know, in a year, 2 years, 3 years from now. So that's the information we use when we put in the information and generate right, this information for you and your customer. So here in this example, I mean, you know, the cost of waiting, I mean, this is how much it's going to cost more here. So if they wait 6 months, potentially it's going to, you know, they could cost them about 45,000 more. You know, 1 year 73, 2 years 125, and again, this has to do with loss in appreciations, right? The property price appreciation, loss in amortizations, and that's how they came up with the cost of waiting. Anybody has any questions regarding this? I mean,
So is that co-branded too? Like
yes.
the
So
agents on there?
all anything we generate, we will be able to add you to
Oh, okay.
right here. So basically, I just need to get your basically your like photo,
Mhm.
right, and your information, your real estate, you know, contact information. I mean, here we have. Let me see. Who's still here? I'm sorry. Let me see. I know, like Catherine's here. I'm going to use her as an example. So again, we can like email, we can download, we can there's like a JPEG, there's a PDF file. And
Alan,
yes,
so what is the rate that you can quote today? Because I heard that it went down.
I know, yes, at the yesterday's meeting, Judy mentioned like 5.25 a par rate. So par rate means, right, a rate at the minimum where the loan officer doesn't make any money at all, par rate,
Well, that's good.
right? So, exactly, right? So Judy, but say potentially you can have to pay a point. So yes, so you're looking at maybe 5.25 with 1 point, maybe.
5.25.
Or you could go with maybe 6% with no point. So this
Oh.
really depends on how you
Oh, so 5.25 buying a point?
right with one discount point. Yes, one discount point or 1.5 depends on their FICO scores,
Yeah.
depends on
Yeah.
down payment, stuff like that. Yeah,
But par would be 6%?
No, part is 5.25.
5.25. That means
Oh,
yeah.
So
But par is just like a lingo we use.
No,
That
no,
means
no,
yeah,
no.
the lower, yeah, no. That means, like I said, where the company doesn't make any money and loan officer, we don't make any money, and we are not gonna go with that. So yeah,
Oh.
unless you pay us, right,
Next one, and the next one.
right. So yeah, so here, yeah, I have Kathleen's information. Yeah, right. I did like an open house with her like a couple of years ago, so that's what I have.
Yeah, she's still here.
Yes, so she just came back, I noticed. And here you have, I mean, I think it's pretty easy to understand, right? The cost right here, they actually, show you the charge, everything in color. You'd be able to go over this information with your, prospect. And if not, you could go and meet them at their house, and then we'll do a live screen, just the way I showed you earlier, and I'll be able to go over this information with them and you at their location. Let me see what other examples. So we do have other tools. We do have let's say if you want to share with your customer, potentially what the market will be like, maybe in a year, 2 years. We do have the ability to plug in the information right here. Let's say we'll pick Los Angeles County. Starting home 650 maybe. Down 20%.
Will this program do depreciation too at the same time?
Yes.
It
So appreciation, that obviously depends on what type of tools we using. They incorporate, they incorporate like appreciation forecast information in the charge and everything, or we could do it separately. For example, if you want to, if your customer wants to know what their price, like a property's price could be like in a year, 2 years from now, so we could actually generate the information for them.
But based on what, a year back or 2 years?
We
back?
could go as
Because a
far
year
as
back, I
right.
don't think we can use it right now, right? The houses are coming,
down, right.
so.
But I think they still project the next year the prices, I believe, about 5%, even despite the. So right now we have a deceleration of
Right,
prices,
right,
right? Not
right.
depreciations, right?
Right.
So that means the price depreciation is just slowing down,
Right.
right? So, but realistically speaking, the overall, I mean, if you purchase a property today, technically, your price should be about 5% higher a year from now, based on the average forecast. Whether you believe or not, I guess it's, but I think and most experts believe that's the case. I mean, this year, I believe 10%, maybe around 10%
But
overall.
I think where it gets a little unclear.
Right.
Is when this thing tries to forecast the value 9 years out, right? So it's
That's
like, you're
exactly.
making
We
assumption
could
of-
actually do 1, 2, 3 years out
Yeah,
also.
but
So-
once it's past that, then
Right.
it's like,
Then it might
Like,
not be
who
accurate.
knows
Yeah,
that,
sure,
right?
sure, exactly.
Yeah, then it's
Right.
just, it's a
Then it's
Right.
just, you're just guessing.
Yes, exactly. But again, this is they actually do forecast based on historical data, stuff like that, and maybe trends. I mean, they use data from Freddie Mac's and a lot of other like core logic stuff like that. Yeah. So they
I have a question.
Sure.
If you're trying to do a historical, set of comps for somebody.
set of comps for somebody.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like if you're going back like a year in a certain city, would this tool work for that? Because a lot of times we sell clients homes where somebody died.
Right.
And then after the fact, they're like, oh, do a set of, historical comps for me. Would this show us?
We do have the ability to, so instead of using like like Google to let's say pull the information of a
Yeah.
property, so this we have tools to actually help you potentially kind of protect your prospective seller customer by using so right here, let me see.
Because a lot of times we get that when we've sold a house where somebody is deceased and then they come back, a couple months later and want the historical data, which is easy to pull, but I'm just wondering, does this also calculate that too?
Historical data for a certain property
For price.
for one property.
Yeah, for one property.
Yes, let me see.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Here, I'll show you an example.
Just any
it is-
address.
Yeah, any address. Let me see a Google. Let me see, just all right, let's see. Do we have any
Yeah, homes for sale. There you go.
this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
just
okay. He's just pulling.
yeah, I'm just
address.
try to look for an address right now for as an example.
Okay.
All right, let's that looks a little pricey. Okay. All right, let's go with this one, right?
2724 West Shore.
2724
West
West Shore. Okay. 2724.
No S, yeah.
This
There you
one.
go.
I think that's the property, right? Maybe.
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
So we do have the right. It does pull the information.
And does it go backwards, like to another,
It's
oh, there
right
it
here.
is.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So this tool is actually designed supposedly to help you protect your customer. Let's say if you have a seller who wants to sell, right? Instead of maybe if you Google the information on Zillow somewhere, maybe they might be able to try to reach out to your customer. So this tool is supposed to design. So it's actually you could pull the information confidentially, I guess, in a way.
Yeah,
Right, without triggering anything from Zillow.
okay.
Right. So right here, so it does provide you with comms also. Right here.
Mhm. That's nice.
Yeah, and we could, the same thing, we could actually download this, and if you like, unfortunately, you're gonna see our face there. You cannot remove our face unless you subscribe to them separately, right? And pay their monthly, I think like $150. Then you could actually send the information with your information without our information. But if you don't mind us being there,
Mhm.
and we could help you generate this. So I'm gonna use Catherine again right here. There you go.
Super nice.
Yeah. So this is, I guess, their the valuations of the property.
Mhm.
right? These are the columns. Yep. So these are the tools we have. I mean, it's for free. I mean, to you guys, I mean, really, all you have to, if you need the information, just and as marketing tools, then we just basically just need to, again, just usually, I mean, all I need is,
Can you do this for commercial too?
unfortunately, I don't believe so. Yeah, I think it's mainly for residential. So it's oh, something in the wrong place. So here, basically, if I need to add anybody, you know, to the you know, for co-branded marketing purposes.
What would you need to add our agents? What should we have them give you?
So basically, just maybe a business card and their photo.
What
Right.
if people don't use photos?
Then I guess they could use like a avatar, maybe,
Yeah.
if they like.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't need the photo.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
thank you.
Yeah,
This is, I read them, that's pretty nice.
yeah. I mean, the company does pay quite a bit of money every year for all of us to have access to this. So you know, and I try. I mean, I may work with a couple of agents, obviously from this office before, and it's just the last couple of years we have not been using the information. So, you know, if anybody is interested, you know, again, just send me an email and then send me your business card, and or if you want to use your photo this time, we could put in the photo, and so when we generate the report, it will show your information that which I think is it maybe show, you know, it probably is better to have photo. So but yeah, I mean, you know, feel free to reach out to me. So finally, I know we almost some more time. So the other thing is we do also have so this is more specifically for right the for certain type of information only, for to show benefits of not waiting, benefit of buying versus renting, you know, to show appreciations, to show like, you know, like all the we do have, for example, I mean, we here, this is just another one I want to quickly show. We could just load, let's say if somebody maybe is interested in buying in a certain community, we could actually generate, you know, something for them quickly to give them some very basic information about the community, right? It shows the medium, you know, home price appreciation, the population's number of renters in each community. Show unemployment, you know, rates, stuff like that. Yeah, and once the report is generated, this can be emailed to you for marketing purposes. And right, and then again, and that's the other thing is we do have other co-brand. For example, we have information we pass out on FHA loan, on VA, on our kind of, you know, niche programs. So on those flyers, we could also co-brand with you on that too, right? I mean, that's usually most of the time that's for us to pass out, right? Loan information, mortgage information. But again, if you have let's say if you have a customer who is interested in doing like getting an FHA loan, I mean, we could provide a flyers with information, you know, that you could send to them, and it could be co-branded, you know, with us.
Do you do FHA and VA?
We do all type of loans.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much, except maybe hard money loan. I mean, we would have to go outside broker those loans. But, and we do commercial loan, we do work with a guy, but we do broker the commercial loan to only one guy. I mean, a company in Colorado. So we do that too. But pretty much anything residential, 1 to 4 units, we do everything. You know, VA, USDA. Again, I talk a lot about construction loans. I talk a lot about renovation loans. So all of those things. And I'm available to do go door knockings with you guys if you like. You know, if some of you might not be comfortable maybe going out door knocking by yourself, I'll be more than happy to tag along. Just to, you know, you pass out your stuff, I'll pass out my stuff, right? To give them like maybe a full picture of in terms of real estate information and also mortgage information. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, and I'll just check the chat box to see if anybody has any question. I don't believe.
I can't hear the question.
Oh, okay. Irma says, I'm sorry.
And then if you want to tell them you'll be here, what days you're gonna be.
Yes, yes. So I will schedule like another meeting to talk about down payment assistance, you know, loans programs.
And are we doing every Tuesday? So everybody knows that we'll be hitting different topics with you.
So I believe we are gonna have a July 11th, July 13th, I guess, meeting with my myself and my manager and two other loan officer.
Okay,
But I'm gonna double check with them on the exact date.
sounds like you have a lot to teach us.
Right. I mean, to share, you know, I mean,
Thank you.
yeah, so, but again, we are available to answer any questions, you know, you guys have specifically on any scenario, okay? So thank you so much, everybody, for attending the, you know, the presentations, and I, you know, look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the